Hi, it's John at Brotherton Accountants in Redditch. Today I'm going to do a video on controlling your stock levels using the Kashflow accounting package, which is one of the main packages we're using within our accounts.com platform. So it's a great product for controlling your stock levels. Really simple to use. So once you're up and running with it, really is great for making sure you don't run out of stock, and making sure that you've got what you need to fulfill your orders. It's a slightly longer video, this one, but once you've got it set up, we can help clients set it up as well, so we're happy to come and help you configure it. But it's straightforward. It's just hopefully this will be really helpful for people. So okay, if we go into invoices, we're in customers, go to invoices, and then up here we've got sales codes. Now this is an area that a lot of people perhaps haven't ventured into. So within here now we've got 3 stock codes currently set up, which is the default settings. So what we can do is add another one down here. If we call it widget sales, and then it's defaulting to 101, which is the next code available in the list. So we can add that in. If we go back now to our code list, we can see straight away we've got another nominal code now for widget sales. So that's in there. We can click on there. Now what people tend to do, they think, oh, they see that and they go, I'm going to manage my stock levels for widget sales, which is fine if that is a default nominal for one item. But you may have widget sales, you may have 100 widgets or 50 widgets that you want to sell. So that isn't the place to sort of tick and start filling it in. What you want to do is come down to here and associate some products to that nominal. So as I say, that's fine if you've just got one item that's associated with that nominal. If you haven't and you've got more products associated with that sale, which usually is the case, we'd be clicking down here. So I'd get into the habit of doing this anyway. What we're saying to people is perhaps even do it when there's only one product associated with it, so you create your products. So we add a product there, which is going against the widget sales nominal. So we're saying there's the nominal that it's going against. Now we may have widget 1 red, and then down here we can make that the default sales code for widget sales. So we won't do that today, but you could do that, and then that would mean that every time you went into widget sales, it would default to that one. We could pre-fill the rate description fields, so we'll do this. So that what this is effectively saying, currently I sell that product at £20 and I buy it in at £10, and there's VAT on it, and we might put that in there as the description that we want to show up on the invoices as we raise a sales invoice. And then we can manage the stock levels as well, so we might know what the stock level is at this stage. So all this can be entered in afterwards, but if we put 500 items in stock and alert me when it drops to below 100, and do I want to increment stock levels on purchase? So we say yes, as we buy them in, we also want to increase the stock levels. So what I tend to say to people there is you want to put materials purchase there, because if that's the default thing that you use in nominal, that you're using as you buy goods into the business, then if you allocate something else there, then it may not, it won't increase your stock level. So I put materials purchase here and then leave that as create one for me. So if we do that, that is now against widget sales allocated a product. So we can click into that at any time and alter it. So if the price changes on the product, you can go and change it, update it, and it's now got a price there of 25. If the wholesale price coming in changes to £12, you can change it. If you suddenly do want to change the nominal purchase code, you can go and change it there, and that's what it's added for us. So widget 1 red, it's created a subtype there. So this will all make sense as we raise a few sales and a few purchases. So let's add another product in just before we do that. So if we go here, widget 2, blue. So we'll pre-fill the description and the fields again for price. So this one say is £10. We're buying it in for £5. There's VAT on it. Widget 2, blue. There's a description. Manage stock levels. Quantity in stock might be 1,000 on this one. Alert me when it drops below 500. Increment stock levels on purchase, yes. So again, we'll put materials purchase there and create one for me. So we create that. Now we've got 2. So if we go back to back there, oops, we go back in there, go back to our invoices, go back to our sales codes. You can see now the nominal sales, nominal widget sales has now got 2 products. We can click on that, widget sales nominal, and then these are the 2. So at the moment we've got 500 and 1,000. So widget 1 has got 500, widget 2 1,000 as it stands at the moment. Okay, so we've got that set up now. We can go back into customers. So once we're up and running with it, we can create a customer invoice. So we're selling to, say, customer 3. Add a line, sale of goods, widget sales. So there, if we're leaving it as sale of goods, there's no products associated with sale of goods. So if we click on widget sales, which is the sales nominal that we created for 101, all of a sudden we've got widget 1 and widget 2, so the 2 products that we've associated with that sales nominal. So at the moment they're showing in green because that means we've got plenty of stock. If they drop to yellow, it means that you've dropped below the level where it's warning you that you perhaps may need to reorder. And if it drops to red, it means that you're out of stock. So that's a great visual for just keeping a track of where you are. But there are other reports which we'll come to at the end of the video. So if we say there now, we've got widget 1 red. It's pre-populated everything, so we increase the price to £25. Got the VAT on it. If we put in there, say 100 items being sold, which will bring the stock levels down to 400, which you'll see in a minute. You can go save there. So there's the invoice that's been raised against that customer of widgets. So if we go back in there, you can see it's up there, widget 1. Now these can be overridden, so you can go in and overtype that. Because you've preset it doesn't mean to say you can't override it. So that's up there. If we go back in now to our sales codes, go into our products, we can see that's dropped to 400 now. So you know it's operating like that. If you then go into custom invoices and customer invoices, we'll raise another invoice there. So we create a new invoice, add a line, so this can be to customer 4, change that to widget sales, go and find the product again, 1. Now we may here now say we're selling 350 of those, save. We can go back into invoices, sales codes, flick into widget sales. We can see now that's gone down to 50 and it's gone yellow because we've dropped below the level where we've asked it to tell us if it's running low on stock. Okay, so what we'd do now is we'd go back into our purchases and we can have a look then at raising a purchase for some widgets. So if we go to create, we've had the supplier, say supplier 4, supply us with 1,000 widgets. We're entering the invoice, so we're allocating it to materials purchased. We can go and pick widget 1 red. We've purchased 1,000 of them. Now it may be that they've gone up, so they might be £11, so you can overwrite that, that's fine. And we can go save. If we go back into our purchase invoices, there it is sat up here, there's the invoice. Now this is where you've got to be really careful, this catches people out a little bit. If you go back into your sales codes, to have a look at your products to see exactly where you are, it's still showing us 50. So people say to us, well, that's not altered the figure now, even though I've asked it to update at the point that we're purchasing them in. But there is just another quick process that you need to do. It's like, it's very good, it's just that you need to know that it's actually there. So if you go back into your supplier list, click on the invoice that we've just purchased. Now the fact that we've purchased it and we've got the invoice doesn't necessarily mean that we've got the products themselves. So down here, if you have a look at this, it's got received stock. So it's asking us, have we received the stock? So if you click on that, it says the following items on this receipt are set to increment stock levels as we set with the other system on the other settings. So if the item has been received, then you can increase stock levels below. So what we're going to do is tick that, and we're going, yes, we've received them. So that has now updated the stock. So it's just a fail safe. The fact that you've got the invoice doesn't necessarily mean to say that you've got the actual goods themselves. So that's really good, but you know, it can trip people up if you're not careful. So if we go back in now to invoice, just have a look at the sales codes again. We can go and have a look in widget sales. You can see there now it's actually increased to 1,050. So hopefully that's given people a good idea of how the system works. You know, it takes a little bit of getting used to, but you know, it's not difficult. You know, it's just a case of knowing where everything is and just getting used to the process. We can help clients with it. You know, if you get stuck with anything or something isn't quite working as it should be, just give us a call at the office. So the number's 01527 68235, and we're happy to help. In terms of the report, so here you've got reports here. Now we can go into business reports. Down here there's a stock overview report. So this is really good. It downloads it as a CSV. So if we click on that, you can download the report, and that opens up in Excel, and that gives us a breakdown of what's going on. So you can set your dates for this report. Oops. Product price, quantity in stock, stock value, alert level. So it gives you a breakdown of everything. So really good. You know, I can't stress enough how good it is once you get going with it. You know, we like I say, we've had a lot of clients who have really found it really useful. So okay, that's the end of that. Hopefully you found that useful, and just please give us a call at the office if there's any queries. Okay, thanks very much. Thank you. Bye.